Hey, we are here at Nagashima Spa Land. It is about halfway between Tokyo and Osaka, maybe a little closer to Osaka. But anyways, it is home of Steel Dragon 2000, the coaster that, if you're a Cedar Point fanboy like myself, you would know that it took the record from Millennium Force as the world's tallest coaster just a couple months after Millennium Force opened. So I always kind of hated the ride because of that, but it's kind of cool to be here. As you can see, it's going up the lift. Right about there, it actually switches from one lift chain to the other. There's two since it's such a long lift. This is actually our second day here at Nagashima. As I kind of pan around here. We came here a couple days ago, but Steel Dragon was down due to wind. So we had a little bit of free time in our schedule, so we decided to come back and take a look at Steel Dragon. And as you can see here, it's still going up the lift. Basically, quick review, it's basically your giant Morgan Hyper coaster, just even bigger. Kind of like Steel Force. You'll get some good airtime on it, but at the end of the day, it's nothing really super special. So I think it's special from its notoriety of being one of the world's tallest and longest coasters, and it's gigantic looking. But besides that, I mean, like I said, it's like a Steel Force Mamba. When you ride them, they're fun, but nothing to really take home besides, hey, it's the world's longest or whatever. So let's check out a few of the other things here at Nagashima that we rode the other day. I'll show you a couple clips of. As I mentioned, one of the cool factors about Steel Dragon is just its sheer size. Probably won't come off in video, but I mean, unlike the other hypers with the B&M supports or Millennium Force with its kind of lack of supports, it's just gigantic lift hill. This has tons of supports, I'm guessing because of earthquakes or whatever they have over here in Japan. But it's gigantic, huge, which makes it really cool. And then also, right next to it, I have to show you this. It is Manta. Exact clone, water effect and all. Even the lead car there. One of the cool rides they have here is Togo Ultra Twister. There it goes through the Heartline roll. If you know Togo from Shockwave or the awful coaster at New York, you probably would expect the worst, which is what we did when it came to this ride. But surprisingly, it's not too bad. A little terrifying, especially this part right here where it kind of drops you backwards and you do a couple rolls going backwards. But all in all, not a bad ride. If you go by Togo standards, it's incredibly smooth. Go by regular standards, it doesn't kill you. But like I said, fun ride, unique ride. People say on different websites and blogs and whatnot is comparing Nagashima to Cedar Point, and you know what? It's kind of funny how similar the parks are. To get here, you have to come across the causeway. It's kind of on a peninsula that jets out into the water, and similarities does not stop there. Right here is Arrow Corkscrew that looks like it used to go over the midway, but now they have it sectioned off, and it's called Corkscrew. Same colors. Trains are also red, white, and blue. So you got that going for you, and obviously you have Steel Dragon, a giant gray and red coaster that even has gray color tunnels. So you got that going. And then as we round the corner here, you'll see that they have a intimate first generation drop tower that is blue. And I mean, you can keep going. There's a giant wooden roller coaster that's awful. But yeah, very similar at some points. It's also much like Cedar Point. It's one of the big parks in the country. And it's also one I think that might have the most coasters. I'm sure if I'm wrong, nerds will correct me in the comments or whatnot. But it's a big kind of coaster park. That's also a resort. They have hotels here, a spa. Spas are big here in Japan. So it's kind of one of those things where you go towards the water and ride a lot of roller coasters and stay on site. We're not staying on site, but But that's what a lot of people do. So again, kind of similar to Cedar Point in many aspects. It wouldn't be a Japan video without a little quick clip from a Ferris wheel, because they're in every park. Here's a little overview of Steel Dragon. Kind of see its sheer size. And one of the cool things are, those are mountains back there. We're just a little south of Nagoya, so about halfway between Osaka and Tokyo. But you got the big mountains right back there. And the park's on a bay. So if we kind of move slowly over here, you'll see how it's kind of on like a little point that jets out. And here's a quick look at the huge white Cyclone roller coaster, which is Intamin wooden roller coaster built many years ago, and pretty much it's awful. Cool layout, but awful ride. Just one last little look out into the ocean there. Leaving Nagashima here, and like I said before, it's just really hard to put in perspective how huge Steel Dragon really is. I think this last hill for the diving down in the turnaround here, something like almost 200 feet in itself. So crazy huge ride. Walking out here, the bus picks us up at the back end of the park. They have a pretty cool looking water park, pretty decent size. Not a water park guy, but I can definitely see in the summer the water park getting a lot of the attraction. And here is the sign, the perfect note to end it on. They are known for their spas. In Japan, spas don't mean necessarily getting your nails done. They mean swimming naked with your fellow men in a pond-like area. Don't know how else to describe it. Not something I have any interest in doing, but we'll end on this little note right here.